Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, individuals of all ages. I bring to you triple Wingfinger today. Before I get down, I want to get down to everything. I just want to say, hey, the giveaway and build a figure contest is still going on. It ends on July 30th. This is 2021 when the video is being made. So if you want to participate, yeah, check out the video under my videos. Yeah, watch videos and stuff like that. So let's get with it. So again, if you're joining me for the first time, I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are a return viewer, like 30% of analytics tells me, thank you so much. That's a huge number, and I can't thank you enough for coming back and watching this content and sharing your time and day with me. Kudos to you. Seriously, my love and deepest regard and appreciation. So while I'm doing this kind of 360, I'm just kind of rambling right here. But yeah, what a challenge. What a challenge, but also how fun. How fun. Just getting to know this figure and trying to manipulate its essence to become what I want it to become, and ultimately ending up at a beautiful compromise. You know, it is what it is, and I am what I am, and so just kind of meeting in the center, it's beautiful. And so I'm just going to go over him today. Yeah, he's a little different. He's so wiry and thin and fingery, I guess, that in order to make the torso, there's a lot of just bits folded in, and he's cool to look at in the statue, but because of the way he's built, I think it'll come apart once I really try to pose him. But here he looks great. He looks great. I forget who commented, but yeah, my man kind of gives off some like Storm Shadow vibes, right? He has the cool like eggshell and bone white coming together, and a little bit of the yellow, decayed, frayed. I like it. I think it looks great. And so, well, on with the program. And so this guy, the best way I think I can explain him to you is, yeah, of course, undoing him at the waist, but unlike some of the other builds, it doesn't just come apart so easily. So here, you know what, the first thing I'm going to do is let's see. Yeah, there's this crest in the front, and this is just one Wingfinger forearm with its little spears plugged in. Sorry for the noise outside. If this is your first time joining me, what is it, class? I live on a busy street, but rent is cheap. Yay! And so if you hear some cars, please excuse me. So you're going to pop this out. You're going to pop this out. This little bit, there's a little peg on his chest, and it's just his hand folded up with the spears plugged in. And I'm going to move that to the side. As you see, the legs kind of coming off over here is because my copies of Wingfinger, a lot of them just have loose, really loose ports to 5mm peg fits, and so that's that. So okay. Now we can kind of undo the top. Oh, yeah, if you saw that, just a bunch of things just came apart like all at once. Excuse me. So, yeah, so we're looking at the legs right here, right? So really neat, I think so. And this is what I mean by the silhouette and the form is going to come apart, because these things, these claw bits that cover up the ribs and exposed areas of the torso, they're ultimately attached to the legs. And so, I mean, you can mess with the fit and finish if you're posing him, but just kind of know that. And so the legs, they're just plugged into the waist over here. This is the Wingfinger waist bit. How did I have it? I think I had it like that. Yeah, so it's just like that. And we pop them off. Each of the legs is identical, and so we're going to take a look at that. I think the side profile is probably the best way to do this. Look how mechanical this looks, thanks to all like the nuts and bolts and the little black areas. And I don't know, I like it. I mean, it looks organic, but also like very industrial, and I'm digging it. I actually like the hollow parts and stuff like that, and I don't know, I think it gives off good color contrast. So how this leg is basically made is you have two Wingfinger feet. You have two calves, or sorry, you have two calves and you have two thighs. You have one lower torso. Then you have that huge dactyl spear, and that's really it. And so how you put them together is you need to orient this waist bit sideways, because it has two pegs that protrude from the side. And then the calves, rather than utilizing the ports that you would normally do, you utilize the knee bits, or sorry, the thighs. As you hear my email client in the background, ignore that. So you have it basically plugged in. Yeah, and then you orient it like so. this side plugs into the beak, the dactyl head, and this bottom part, which is actually the knee port, plugs into the the hip port. Yeah, hip port. It plugs into the foot, and then you got to bend the foot down, and it's not bearing the weight by any means, but it kind of looks like it, and it's slightly off to the side because he has a bit of an open gait when he stands. And so yeah, you just basically connect 2 of the feet and the legs, and you connect them at the hip, and then you orient it like so, right? And that's how it looks from the other side. It's pretty straightforward. Once you start messing, sorry, you know what? I still have trouble saying my S's and T's. When I was younger, I had to go to speech class because I just couldn't say S's, and I had to, because I would always say like, please say something to me. And see, y'all hear that noise? Sorry about that. And so that's how the legs are built. Cool, cool, capiche, right? We're good. So I'm gonna move these to the side. Let's see. And this is the waist bit too. I'm gonna move that to the side. And earlier, the thing that we were looking at, this is the chest crest. Move that to the side. And now we are left with the torso, or see, look how wiry this is, and just like there's empty space. This is just how the figure is made, and so that's where you really need to get creative. With like Ractinite, because he was so chunky, it was more like, how do I use these chunks but still create streamlined characters? Paleotrix was a little bit in the middle of the road, and this guy is on the opposite end of the spectrum from Ractinite in that he is super gangly, but you just need to use these bits effectively. First, to utilize this little thing in the back, the head in the back, is you plug in one of the forearms, and at the elbow bit, you plug in the spear, the head, the dactyl, which is strengthened by a piece of paper. Move that to the side, and so the main body consists of one Wingfinger head and like shoulder bits, torso, body, and then on the underside of the shoulders there are these 2 pegs, and you plug in the feet, and these are going to basically fill up the robot's body later on when you're putting it together. Yeah, so that's that. So let me just undo the arms. The arms are symmetric on both sides. And so this is what they look like. Dude, I really like the arms. It took me a second to like make them, but and if you looked at any of my other Wingfinger builds, you'll notice that the arm is actually taken from the the Ractinite build that I made. And I was commenting like, hey, I kind of like this. I'll see what I can do. And sure enough, I borrowed that design and basically made this. And if you think that I'm talking pretty fast, it's because it's a huge cup of coffee right now, and I decided to make this video. So in order to make this bottom bit, it's this is the Wingfinger head, torso, you know, like shoulder pieces, and you fold it in like so. And then you have, you fold it in like so. Yeah, and so that becomes like this arm. And then you see the pieces of paper fall off. In order to connect the bicep later on, you're going to have to utilize this bit and this. So inside here is a forearm. But the forearm, the elbow part is actually plugged in right there. And it's also plugged in using the fist on the bottom connector. And that becomes the arm right there. And in order to make these additional spears, you just get another forearm, and you plug them there, and then you start plugging in those spear things into the elbow and one into the fist. They have this like, oh, I did it the other way. They got this kind of like weird Unicron vibe that I like. Unicron thing, and also like spider legs that I'm going to probably expand upon later. And then you plug in the Wingfinger forearm, or thigh piece, and that becomes the bicep. Yeah. So one more time, the pieces that you need are you need 2 of the forearm, 1, 2. You need the top of the torso, the head and the shoulder bits, and you also need 1 of the thighs. You put them together. You take the thigh, you plug them into the this joint area of whatever you want, the thigh bit. You see what I'm talking about, right? Sorry, I'm a little bit lost for words. It's like my brain is racing, but the words are not coming in time. That just makes me feel like my hardware is old or something. But then, yeah, you have the elbow of the forearm plugged in here. You also have the fist plugged into that little peg that protrudes on the underside of this, and it secures this in place. Then you have 1 more forearm plugged in at the top. Then you have the 2 spears there, and that is your arm, like so. And then you plug that arm bit, yeah, like that. You plug in this arm bit like that. back bit is going to plug in like this. And so, yeah, you can see it start coming together. And now I'm going to hate life in just a few. Let's see. So this is ultimately going to go on like that. But before we do that, you have to like fill up the cavity. So I'm going to do that last. Actually, you know what? Let me put the legs together first. So yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Please. Why did I choose to do this on camera? Oh, because I'm a fool. Okay, well it kind of came together. Word. Then you just have to mess around with the heels and get everything to plug in where you want. And you open up that port in the middle. You just cinch that, baby. Oh, yeah, right there. And then you just kind of fiddle with the fit and finish. Then you got the triple wing figure gimmick. And trying to put it together like there ain't no limit. Making custom combiners from here to infinite. Oh, hey, that was unscripted, I swear. That was kind of cool. But there he goes right there. You'll have to fiddle with the weight because I think he wants to topple backward right now. But that's our guy. Triple Wingfinger. Like I said, you got to finish or fiddle with the fit and finish. But triple Wingfinger. Yeah, really pleased. And so thank you so much for your time today.